What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So in this video, I wanted to go over exactly what you need to do in order to use a credit card in 2019. There's a lot of people that are confused out there, and I want to help you out any way that I can. But before I start, I do want to mention that I do a giveaway every single week. I give away 2 Amazon gift cards at the end of the week. And all you have to do in order to enter that giveaway is just comment on at least one video for the week, like at least one video for the week, and also be subscribed to my YouTube channel. If you do all of those things, then you get 1 ticket in the hat. If you want more than 1 ticket in the hat, then all you have to do is comment on every single video or more than 1 video for that week. So every comment gets 1 ticket in the hat. 5 is the max. So let's get into this. But if you want to check out all of my other giveaway videos to see the structure of it, I'll have my playlist up in the card. So go ahead and check those videos out. One of them if you want to. But anyways, let's get into this. So how to use a credit card in 2019. That's a tough subject, a tough thing to ask of a person. How do you use a credit card in 2019? There are so many people that have so much debt, so much credit card debt, so many student loans, so many things that just drive them crazy on how much they're paying in interest. And I don't understand why people don't know how to use a credit card. And I started to really go into it, and there's a lot of reasons why people will struggle with using a credit card. And I want to show you exactly how you should use a credit card, the things you shouldn't do, the things you should do, and yeah, just go from there. And if I miss anything, please make sure to put something down in the comments, because I want to help everybody out that struggles with credit card debt. Whether you say you don't or you say you do, you probably have some sort of it, some sort of credit card debt. A lot of people that have it deny it, but it's just really tough to deal with. And you think that you're not in debt just because of the fact that you're paying your monthly payments every single month, but you're probably in debt. And even a small amount of debt can still be debt, considered as something that you owe. If you're paying interest on it, I consider it debt. So let's get into all of these different things that I have on my list. And like I said, if I miss anything, please comment down below. So the first thing is you don't use it on miscellaneous spending. It just doesn't make sense to do that. If you go to Target and buy a candy bar, why would you use your credit card on that? If you continuously do that, that's going to be so much money that you have in your credit card balance that's not on your normal bills. Why are you doing that? And I understand you want to get rewards on everything that you purchase, but if you don't see the money go through your bank account, if you don't budget it in any way, you're not going to see it, and you're going to think that you have this extra cash. And you 10 Snicker bars that you buy can add up to like $10 or however much they are, $20 if they're $2 a piece. Then that could be $20 that goes on your statement, and it's not accounted for in your budget. It's not. You're spending $20 on a Snickers bar when you're also spending $20 on your gym membership. So how are those two the same? So if you don't keep track of it, then you shouldn't be doing it. You shouldn't be using your credit card. So unless you budget the miscellaneous spending, you should not be using your credit cards. Seriously, it really does work if you only use it on your normal monthly spending. And then if you use your debit card or whatever elsewhere because you're not keeping track of all those miscellaneous spending, then it'll only help you out in the end. Also, just like I said, apply them to bills. You need to apply all of your credit cards to as many bills as you possibly can. So if you have credit cards that give you 2 times back, like the Citi Double Cashback, and you wanted to get money back from, I don't know, your electric bill, if you don't have any type of fee for the electric bill, or your sewage cost, or whatever your bills actually are, then you can do that. But if you do something for like your mortgage, you probably can't get something unless you use plastic. But most of the time, you're not getting enough percentage back to use plastic. So it just makes it easier to apply it to all of your bills and leave it at that. So only apply it to your bills, especially when you're starting out, and then you can work your way into applying it to other things. Another thing that's really important, and a lot of people say this, but should have some sort of caveat to it, is don't use them as emergency funds. You should never use a credit card as an emergency fund at all, unless you have a 0 APR credit card. So if you know it's 0 APR and you know that you need to pay it off in 2 months, then you can do that. But try not to use it as an emergency fund. You should have something backed up in like a high interest savings account that you're gaining 2% on your money every single year, maybe $3,000, 2 months spending, 6 months spending, whatever. Have that put aside, because if anything happens, like your car breaks down or someone gets sick or something like that, you want to make sure that you have things to funds to cover it. Assuming that you do have a budget for your miscellaneous spending, then you need to have one card, one go-to card for your miscellaneous spending. Like for me, I budget my miscellaneous spending, and I have my gold card as my miscellaneous spending. Sometimes it's my city double cash back. So it depends. It goes month to month, and I'll make sure I put that in my budget. But always have one card, one go-to card, so that you don't have all this miscellaneous spending everywhere. So for me, if I have 11, 15 cards, however many cards I have now, I can't even remember. So if I have this many cards and I'm using all of these cards on different spending, different areas, and I get 2%, 3%, 5%, whatever, then it would be tough for me to track every single card for miscellaneous spending, bring them together, and then it just makes it more of a process. And yes, you may get more money back, but if it makes it more of a process, you feel like you have more room in your miscellaneous spending if you don't budget every single day. So try and have one go-to card if you do. This is assuming that you do budget for miscellaneous spending. So try to do that. It'll help you out so much. Also, you want to use the right cards for the right categories. There are a bunch of people that I see will just say, oh, I'll use this card because I really like this card. But you get 1% back, and then you have, the gold card in this hand, and you're eating out at a restaurant and you get 4 times back. What? I don't understand the logic there. And I understand that maybe that's not in your miscellaneous spending budget. Maybe you don't budget and you want to have your one go-to card, then go ahead and do that. But you need to understand exactly what categories are, you'll get the most points for. Because especially if you pay an annual fee for like the gold card, you want to make up that annual fee. So you want to use those credit cards in the areas that they're intended for. So if you have a gas card, use it for the gas card. If you have a cell phone service card, use it for the cell phone service. Streaming, same thing. You want to use it in their categories that they're supposed to be used for. Now, this is also assuming that you're using them mainly on bills, and also assuming that you have a budgeted miscellaneous spending category. So this is all assuming that you can budget miscellaneous spending. That's the key, is a lot of people can have a card, put it on bills, but the miscellaneous spending is what really kills them, what drives their account south. Seriously. And it may seem like something that's controllable because it's $1 here, $1 there, but it's not. It's not controllable because you're not seeing all of those different balances. So for someone who uses so many cards, trust me. So the next tips are something that a lot of people talk about. These are like the standard tips that everybody will give when using a credit card. I wanted to save them for last, just so that you really understand exactly what is going through my mind when I'm using all of my different cards and what will keep you out of debt. So the next thing that I wanted to talk about was paying your bills on time. So pay your credit card statement, your credit card balance on time every single month, and it'll, one, help your credit score out so much, and two, it will benefit your situation so you don't go into debt. Just pay on time every single month. Don't miss a payment. If you have so many cards to keep track of, I have a spreadsheet that I'll put up on the screen. I do something like that to where I go through my list of credit cards, and it helps me out to be able to know exactly when I need to pay something, because I check my budget every single day so that if I know I spend something at Target, then I can put that in my budget. But yeah, make sure you pay all of your bills on time. Also, pay your balance in full every single month. This is something that a lot of people say as well. Pay your balance in full, just because you won't have to pay any interest, because paying interest on credit cards is ridiculous, because they have 15 to 30 to 40% interest rates sometimes, and that can be ridiculous, which I think that they should have a max. They should have a ceiling on the interest rates, but that's just me. But anyways, you shouldn't have to pay interest. The reason why the interest rates are so high is because they give you this loan every single month. It just gives them something in return, but you should never have to pay interest. Like, always make sure that you pay your balance in full every single month. So the next thing is really key, and it's buy only what you can afford in cash. And that's 100% true. Try and buy only things that you can afford in your cash. If you have money, you have inflow of cash, check your cash flow statements if you know how to build that. If you don't know how to build it, then you can have like a template. I believe Excel has a template, or you can find some online. But check your cash flow statements, see exactly what comes in, and know exactly how much you can spend out. So if you can't afford an item, then don't buy it. If you feel like you have a 0 APR card and you're going to pay it off in 2 months, then maybe you can do that. There's nothing wrong with financing something, especially if it's 0 APR, because you're just paying the cost of it. But you have to make sure that you don't go astray from your process or what you believe will happen. So you need to make sure that you pay it off in 2 months. If you say you're going to pay it off in 2 months, have a plan exactly when you will pay it off, and then you can go ahead and make that purchase. But for most cases, you probably won't have a $0 APR card, but only buy what you can afford, seriously. And then the last thing that I always talk about anytime I talk about credit is never go over 30% credit utilization. Do not go even close to your limits. Stay far away from your limits. A lot of people will say stay at 0 credit utilization, then that means you're just not using cards, because they only report in certain levels. So they'll report once a month, or they'll report 2 times a month or something like that. And you physically can't just keep it at 0. The only way to keep it at 0 is by not using your credit card. And 30% is considered good. It's considered excellent in that area. So, and that's a high impact area to your credit score. So as long as you keep it below 30%, you're fine. So always keep it below 30%. Never get up to your credit limit, your credit line. Never get up to there, because if you do, then that's going to give you a 90% credit utilization. You're going to be in the bad for that, and that's a high impact. You may drop 50, 60, 70 points depending, how close you are to your credit limits. Like, just make sure you keep it at under 30. But yeah, that's my video, guys. It's, how you need to use a credit card, exactly what you need to do in order to use a credit card. And I know some of the ones up top get confusing because they're based on miscellaneous spending, but I said it again, just make sure that you don't sit here and spend on your credit card buying a bunch of Snickers bars, buying things that aren't in your budget. If you budget for hair care products or for t-shirts that month, then it makes sense. But if you don't budget for those things and you just go out and buy it, then you're not going to keep track of it, and you're going to go into debt because it's going to add up. So just make sure you only really put them on bills, especially if you're just starting. Just try and do that. It'll help you out so much. But hopefully you found value out of this list. If I missed anything, please make sure to comment down below and let me know exactly what I missed, so that all of the other people that are watching this video and that really care about not going into debt and how to use a credit card will understand everything that they need to know. So yeah, that's my video. Hopefully you liked it. If you did, make sure you hit the like button. Also hit the subscribe button for more videos just like this one. And remember that I do a giveaway every single week. I give away 2 Amazon gift cards at the end of the week. And all you have to do in order to enter those giveaways is just comment on at least one video for the week, like at least one video for the week, and also be subscribed to my YouTube channel. If you do all of those things, then you can get 1 ticket in the hat. And if you want multiple tickets in the hat, multiple chances, all you have to do is comment on every single video that I post for the week. I post 5 videos, so 5 tickets is the max. So hopefully you win. I really hope all my subscribers win, but I can't really give out gift cards to everybody. So I really hope everybody wins. Just put your name in the hat and hopefully you win. It's all at random. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'm going to have to get out of here. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.